Jalen Benjamin. Senior guard standing 6'4", flag number 24, Jameer Chaplin.
Inside the House of Blue, it is the Norcross Blue Devils and the Meadowcreek Mustangs. Joe Hillsman, Lewis, Preston, Barry Browner in the perch at the House of Blue. I don't know if I need to make it a Georgia thing, an Atlanta thing, or a national thing, but I know we got two pretty good ball clubs getting on the floor. The Battle of Norcross. I'm going to give it to you fellas. Barry, what we going to see, man? 7A defending state champs. They played 4 times last year. The last time they met was for a state championship.
Hey, when you look at this Meadowcreek squad, you got one of the best defensive teams in the state of Georgia. Lock teams down, play hard defense. That's what you expect out of Meadowcreek. You're going to see it again tonight against Norcross.
I think in regards to Norcross tonight, what you got to be looking at right now is they've got some new pieces, new roles, how they handling those new roles. Sturdivant over to the point guard playing off a little bit. Who's going to step up tonight for Norcross? The last time these two played each other, Meadowcreek held up the trophy, and they held Norcross to 43 points in the state championship.
Norcross at home, all in white. White tops, white bottoms, navy numbers. Oh, look at Meadowcreek in the beautiful threads, the new Adidas threads. Gray tops and gray bottoms, white numbers as we get ready to jump it. Right now, the region opener for both. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Norcross. Kevon Eskridge, Kyle Sturdivant, Brandon B.J. Boston, Daniel Ramsey, and Caleb Murphy, the starters for Norcross. Jalen Benjamin, Kedrick Green, Emmanuel Collier, Jameer Chaplin, and Jamani Watkins-Causey are the starters for Meadowcreek.
This is going to be a great guard-on-guard battle across the board, with Kedrick Green now stepping in the starting role with Dunn being on the sideline tonight. Damian
Dunn out, lower back injury. Sturdivant has it now over to Eskridge. Eskridge swings it to B.J. Boston. Boston looks good front by Watkins-Causey to not let Ramsey get it. Eskridge a bombing three, hill of the rim, no. Watkins-Causey tipped it out of bounds. It'll go to Meadowcreek.
And you know what? I think the Causey is going to be a key to this game. How he plays and how he's able to handle the bigs, Daniel Ramsey, Issa Muhammad. So like I said, we've seen Causey get down a little bit earlier in this season.
I'm glad you used the plural, bigs, because they're going to throw them at him. Last year, they had 2. This year, they only have 1, they being Meadowcreek. Benjamin has it, now gives it to Chaplin. Chaplin now turns and faces up on the baseline. He goes baseline and dunks. Jameer Chaplin.
Making a statement move already early in the first quarter. Right there.
I like the word you guys like to say, a next level move. Sturdivant back on the Norcross logo, gives it to Murphy. Murphy picks up the dribble now, gives it back over to Eskridge. The Ramsey's holding. Ramsey, 17-footer. It rolled off. No. Rebound to Kedrick Green. Green running the break in the middle. Here's Kedrick Green, going to scoop it off. Dunk it home. Oh, is that the young sophomore? And a quick timeout. Jesse McMillan, Green to Chaplin.
That's the way you start a basketball game off. Hello, my name is Jameer Chaplin. I play basketball at Meadowcreek High School.
Yeah, but there's a seasoned sophomore that ran that break beautifully.
I like how you said seasoned sophomore, because remember last year we kept saying he wasn't your typical freshman. Once again, this another key is going to be watching Kedrick Green back in the start lineup, relishing the role coming off the bench, being a great teammate for Meadowcreek, now being able to step up and naturally run the point.
Both of you guys have coached. I've lauded Kedrick Green a lot. Is it often you can say a sophomore is okay with going from the starting lineup to the bench, from the bench to the starting lineup?
That's
like
maturity.
Nothing?
That's maturity, man. All it is, coach.
That maturity, and even more importantly, being a great teammate.
Benjamin out of Raleigh, North Carolina. I apologize, I said Kingston. There's your correction. Tweet that. Hands it over now to Sturdivant. Now back to Eskridge. Eskridge now kicks it back. Here's Boston. Boston stepped through and lost it. Collier comes away with the steal. Emmanuel Collier with his head up in the left-hand dribble. He pushes it. Green in the corner. Goes baseline. Now dumped it off. And a whistle on the baseline. A foul on Brendan Boston.
One thing I like about this Meadowcreek team, fellas, they're attacking. They're not standing on their heels.
Exactly.
They're not afraid to go at Norcross. They're attacking at every chance. The season sophomore Kendrick Green is the reason why.
A minute and a half gone by. Ramsey out, Muhammad in. Ramsey and McMillan, a nice discussion on the sideline. Something wasn't done correctly. Inbound, 3-ball. Bang, bang, bang. All three of them from Jameer Chaplin. 2 assists already for Kendrick Green.
Jameer Chaplin's making a statement with Coach Gregory and Coach Dixon up in the stands for South Florida. Once again, a great get for the Bulls of South Florida.
No, right back at you.
Exactly.
I can take it to the West Coast. Southern Cal signee. Kyle Sturdivant, a 3-ball.
It's going to be a lot of fun in this gym tonight.
Yes, sir.
2 minutes gone by. Green walks it across with the right-hand dribble. Gives it over to Chaplin. He had it, and a foul called on Eskridge. Kevon Eskridge hit with the foul, his first, the team's second. Norcross, number 4 in the Georgia Hoop Circle polls. Meadowcreek, number 2 in the Georgia Hoop Circle poll. 8-2 Meadowcreek, 6-2 Norcross. Norcross, though, guys, the story, a 6-game winning streak since the 0-2 bumpy ride start.
You know what? They've been hot, though. I think they had to figure out the new pieces, like Coach said, and mix and match.
Benjamin came and got it. Now, you see with Green in the starting lineup, he's been on the ball. Benjamin has it, worked on by Murphy. Goes between the legs, pops to the top between the rings is Chaplin. Over to the left now to Collier. Worked on by Boston. Open 3, Benjamin, and an offensive foul call. Offensive foul called on Kendrick Green, his first, team's first.
This is going to be one of these types of games where the flow is has the potential to be up and down, up and down. If you don't have the right mix of officiating right here, it can get out of hand.
I just looked at the faces of all 3 refs. I know all 3 of them. I don't want to talk about them anymore. There's a 16-footer good. Issa Muhammad, 7-5.
Issa Muhammad coming off the bench firing from 16 feet, huh?
It has improved as the jumper. Yep. Benjamin gives out the sign. He's worked on by Murphy. Murphy goes through the screen. Benjamin, a tricky dribble below the foul line. Stop. Now leans in, a turnover. It was forced by the good defense of Benjamin. But there's a steal. Watkins calls. He goes up. He's fouled. No call on the foul. No foul call. Oh, my goodness. They're going to let him play. The Norcross crowd is static. Benjamin now will set it up. 4:45 to go. Gives it out to the top to Collier. Collier now to Green. Look at this. Sophomore on senior right here. Pop to the top. Chaplin goes left. Stop goes up. And there's a foul. This one might be big if it's on Eskridge. It could be his second. 2-5, second on Eskridge.
I'm going to tell you right now, Jameer Chaplin is taking on the challenge, and he is going at everybody. He is a bull in a china shop right now.
He's commanding the ball, wants the ball, and is putting his hand out there to get it. SUV TV instant replay time, as you just saw that. Chaplin at the free throw line.
Even though Eskridge just picked up his second foul, the thing that this Norcross team has is depth. You're able to bring in now Isaac Martin, who's a shooter, who's a bona fide shooter, who does what Eskridge does as well.
Exactly.
Isaac Martin checks in, first year at Norcross, came over from Wheeler. One more for Chaplin. I need some more bodies in the place. It seems empty in here. Free throw good for Chaplin.
You know we in the ATL. You know late arriving crowd.
I know. That's when you push the start time back to 8. Foul out to Green. Now, that could be big. Second foul on Green. So now is that Blessed? Yeah, here comes Corey Blessed up off the bench to come in for Green.
You know, you said something earlier. One of the things about Norcross is teams like Noah's Ark. They got two of everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And what's interesting is we don't talk enough about Meadowcreek's depth as well. So it's going to be an interesting chess match here between the coaches.
Boston lost it. Tricky dribble. Blessed off the bench and gets a steal. Blessed across the timeline, picked up the dribble. He's trapped. Boston came in, jump ball. Possession arrow is to Meadowcreek. Young men have to realize that's the worst spot to pick up the dribble when the trap is coming. You cross the timeline, I got the sideline beside you.
Did he already call the warning?
On who?
On Coach Gillian.
Gillian just got hit with a warning?
We'll have to find out.
Benjamin has it. Now he goes on to the ball. 4:20. First quarter. 9-5. Meadowcreek in possession. They have the lead. Gives it to Chaplin. Chaplin turns on Martin. Spins. There's Benjamin off the screen. A 3-ball bottom. Jalen Benjamin a triple.
Patient, ran their stuff, got a good shot.
I like how Benjamin can play on and off the ball. They're getting a good one at UAB. Murphy gives it over. Boston, deep three. No, skipped off the rim. Rebound hit the floor. Look at what Blessed's done already. He's stealing the board off the bench. Gives it to Benjamin. He crosses the timeline with the right-hand dribble. Gets the screen from Watkins Causey. Goes around, stop, pop a shot, 3-ball. Hill of the rim, no. Rebound off to Muhammad. One and done. They give it to Sturdivant. Sturdivant with his head up, and here he comes. Sturdivant hesitates. He walks right up into a 3-ball. It's off. Rebound, tip. It's on the floor. Muhammad rebounds and dunks it home.
Hey.
Sometimes you're just in the right place at the right time.
Hey, that's a good finish by Issa Muhammad.
Exactly.
More than that, that's 5 points for Muhammad, all of them off the bench. Remember, he came off the bench. Bench scoring, we talk about depth on both sides, could be important. I like how they're trying to run Chaplin out at the top, giving him multiple options. Gives it over to Benjamin. 3:10 to go first quarter, 12-7. Glad you are with us, SUVTV.com. Yeah, region play, region 778. Buckle up, around the screen. Benjamin back over to Chaplin, open 3-ball. It skips off, no. Muhammad gets the board and he's fouled coming down.
And the one thing I was about to say is Meadowcreek's actually doing a good job, y'all, on the glass.
Yeah. They are doing a great job versus that size disparity with Norcross.
I want to see Muhammad sit on the rim, not swing on it. You big enough, sit on it. Sturdivant now to Martin. Martin hands it off to Murphy. They run that stuff above the arc. Boston. Boston left his feet now to Sturdivant. Back over to Murphy. Murphy wanted to step into it. Good closeout by Benjamin. Help defense from Collier. Pull up jump. Anyway, it's good from Caleb Murphy.
Caleb Murphy was patient and shot the midi.
All right.
Short corner made famous by one Udonis Hampton.
Exactly.
12-9. There's the fake now. Collier being worked on by Boston. The one thing about this matchup, Boston showing good lateral movement. Blessed open 3. No, rebound comes off to Murphy, and they may want to run. Are they going to get some secondary break action? No, Murphy walks into the jumper. No good. Blessed pulls it up. One thing I want to watch the Boston on Collier matchup.
Exactly.
Because of Boston's length, Collier, known as a shooter, might not get that airspace he's accustomed to. Drive, dumped it off, no. Recovered by Chaplin, in the lane. Chaplin, left hand up, it rolled off, he got his own board, no. Tipped out, Muhammad has it. No, that's Martin. Martin up ahead to Sturdivant. Sturdivant couldn't field it cleanly, Watkins Causey gets it. 100 seconds, first quarter.
Well, I tell you, this has been a fast-paced game up and down. Great timeout by Coach Gilliam right there.
With 1:36 to go, a timeout call. This timeout brought to you by the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. At Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, the sports medicine team doesn't just treat the pain for. At Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, the sports medicine team doesn't just treat the pain for sports injuries. They work with young athletes to fix the problem and teach them proper sports mechanics. When you choose Children's, you're in the hands of specialists who understand how to help young athletes get back in the game. Visit choa.org/sportsmed to learn more. Sorry about that, Children's Healthcare of Atlanta.
I think one of the things we're looking at so far is Meadowcreek, even though they're smaller than Norcross, they're equally as good on the glass too. We're noticing. So, like I said, I think we're seeing a little bit of that. Kendrick Green's got 3 assists so far too.
One of the things we talked about, and both of us talked about it at length, we talked about Meadowcreek and how good they were defensively last year. That's carried over. That's part of their culture. Right. It is. What's Norcross going to do to try to neutralize and take advantage for what they got with their bigs?
Off the layup, no foul. A beautiful set call by Gillian out of the timeout and using your high man to feed it high-low action.
A little pinch post right there with a little shuffle cut right into the post. Great pass into the post, and you know what? Had a chance at an and one, but now he's shooting 2.
I don't know if y'all noticing, but on the offensive end, y'all notice how Meadowcreek continues to attack. They're attacking baseline. They're getting a lot of base, and they're trying to draw guys in and dish it off.
Chaplin free throw skips off. That could be something they've seen here lately. We saw Norcross on Saturday. Martin was picking up Preston Williams. Boston not guarding him all the time, and spots could be something that Meadowcreek saw that they wanted to execute there. Back iron, no. Rebound comes off. Chaplin gets the board. Now he's trapped in the corner. It's knocked away and out of bounds.
And that's going to be big, fellas. I've been watching Jameer Chaplin for the last couple of years. He seems to struggle at the free throw line. That's got to be a place where he's got to look to improve.
I think one of the things watching him shoot free throws, he's got to have his heels down on the ground, right, and use his heels as that extra momentum.
Benjamin, 3 off the catch. Hill of the rim, no. Rebound, Boston lost it to Martin. Martin gives it to Sturdivant, 70 seconds, first quarter. Sturdivant hesitates now, picks up the dribble now, gives it to Muhammad. Muhammad to Sturdivant. Sturdivant now, the pass was deflected by Chaplin. Chaplin been all over the floor in the early going.
Yeah. I mean, he's just an active guy.
Yeah, one of the things, Norcross is running a lot of that dribble weave right now until that sprint and ball screen to get that roll action and to try to get some momentum into the paint so they can penetrate and make that extra pass or throw it over the top. I think Meadowcreek's doing a great job of how they're handling those screens and getting through on the switch-offs.
Sturdivant hesitates, gets it into Muhammad. Muhammad flips it up with the right hand. No follow, yes. Big points for Muhammad, 6 points off the bench. 12 to 11.
I like what Issa Muhammad's giving, though, man. Like I said, because usually we've seen some times where he's kind of been struggling. We forgot he was on the floor. Tonight, we know he's here.
Maybe the fact that he's playing against a big body every day in practice has helped raise the level of his game as well.
Iron, sharpening iron. Very good there, Coach Preston.
I got to keep up with you two guys.
Benjamin pulls it back. Goes around the screen. Benjamin stop, hesitates, picked up the dribble, now fades off the jump, and got the roll, Jalen Benjamin. Sturdivant back quickly to beat the clock. A 3, it was deflected, tipped up, no. What a first quarter, guys. It's in the books. The Meadowcreek Mustangs 14, the Norcross Blue Devils 11. It's Georgia high school basketball on the only place it needs to be, SUV TV.
Heels or flats? Heels. Around here, we're decision-making pros. But when she got injured last season, I almost made the wrong decision. I thought I could take her where I rehabbed my knee, but her coach told me, take her to Children's. No thanks. All that experience helped my daughter heal faster and come back stronger.
Now we just need to decide where I'll play in college.
Road trip.
Back inside the House of Blue, Joel Hilsman, Lewis Preston, Barry Brown are with you. The SUV TV.com, 14 to 11. Meadowcreek with a 3-point advantage as we begin the second quarter. Norcross in possession. The world famous House of Blue. Let me get it right. Martin, Sturdivant, Eskridge, Boston, and Muhammad on the floor for Norcross. Watkins, Causey, Chaplin, Benjamin, Collier, and Blessed on the floor. Inside layup. Good.
Great pass by Boston right there.
Now the one thing I'm noticing, though, is I'm noticing that B.J. Boston hasn't really scored yet. Though.
Has not
but
at
like
all.
I said, he's doing a couple of other things for Norcross.
Muhammad.
Rebound. Again, it's a Muhammad on the rebound, though.
Sturdivant in the corner. Open, deep 3. Wall-to-wall, tall.
Just like we said, he hadn't scored a lot, but now he steps up and knocks down that 3. Now it's going to try to get that momentum going for him, for Norcross to take the 2-point lead.
Out of that corner, their first lead of the day, 16-14. Hesitates, puts it on the floor. Collier, foul, call on the trail. I'm telling you, it's going to be vital, that matchup with Boston on Collier. Collier's not going to be able to shoot on him. They're going to have to use some pin down, some elevators, or some side action if they need 3 balls from Collier.
But I also think that Collier reminds me so much of Rondo because, like I said, I think he can disrupt some of the stuff that Brandon Boston does. Boston's not going to be able to put that ball on the floor as easy against a guy like Collier.
And they've already had a couple of deflections with Boston when he's put the ball on the floor early in this game.
Benjamin has it. Minute gone by, second quarter. Glad that you're with us. Trip foul call. And it's on Boston. That's his 11th. His 11th. His second.
That's one of those cheap fouls you wish you could have back.
Blessed will be inbounded. Gives it over. Here's Blessed. Put it on the floor quickly. Almost got away with a walk. Now here's Benjamin. We have seen Meadowcreek's offense, though, slow a tad with Green on the bench. That's something I'm noticing. Blessed has been good off of the bench, though.
They've become much more of a half-court team as opposed to pushing it in transition like we saw earlier in the first quarter.
And they've been patient on offense, but now with the patient, the pace offensively in the half court has slowed a little.
But y'all do understand that Meadowcreek can win a ball game like this. Right?
Exactly, no doubt. 3 ball. Chaplin, bottom of the net.
Man.
Jameer Chaplin is wow.
He leads all scorers right now with 12 points and a pair of threes. Muhammad gets it in the corner. Kestrick, good ball movement. Here comes Boston floating through the air, lying up, blocking foul. Count it, and the foul. B.J. Boston.
That should have been a no call.
I agree.
Been a good no call.
I agree. Should have just been off. Play ball. Play through it.
There was no real contact made right there.
Brandon
B.J.
B.J.
Boston on the replay right here, though.
Right.
Yeah, let's see. Blessed came up. Oh, if anything, his foot hit it.
Exactly.
Ball don't lie. Free throw, no good. Rebound comes off, and here's Benjamin. 2 minutes gone, second quarter. Here's Collier. Collier now gives it to Chaplin, who's got Martin on him. Martin been drawing the tough assignments. Foul down low. Whistles now beginning to fire off here. And that is the bonus. So Meadowcreek now in the 1-and-1. They will be shooting free throws the rest of the way. Meadowcreek with 1 foul to give. 7-5, Norcross. And Benjamin goes to the free throw line for the very first time. We mentioned this is the 4th meeting. Trivia question, Barry. In 4 games last year, what's the total score?
You mean the total,
the running total score of all 4 games last year?
I'll probably say 125 to 120.
So if I'm asking you, that means it's loaded. 225 to 223. All right. In the first game of the 4 last year, it was won in this gym by 13. The next game was won by 1. The next game was won by 1. The last game played at Georgia Tech was won by 13.
Wow.
That's what we do at SUV-TV. We just break it down for you.
That's how it is. Now, you know, we talked about the defense. Coach and I have talked about their defense. Oh, Murphy, layup good on the back cut. Caleb Murphy, 4 points. Both of them have been very good. Meadowcreek likes to slow the game down.
Right.
They like to keep you to 50 or under. 4 games last year, they held Norcross to 50 or under 1 time. You know when that 1 time was?
Probably the state championship.
State championship. Now, since Gillian has been the head coach, this is his 3rd season. This is why I want to break down this thing because, you know, some people say it's not a rivalry unless the other team wins. Meadowcreek is 1-6 against Norcross. You think they really concerned about
the other 6 losses?
Free throw short from Jameer Chaplin.
One at Georgia Tech meant a lot last year.
Because Jesse McMillan would trade those other 3 wins for that one.
Oh, no
at
doubt
Georgia
about
Tech.
it. No doubt about it.
Gillian in his 3rd season here at Meadowcreek, entering the night 50-21 with a state title. Chaplin, good. 2020. Used to be a nice TV show. Hugh Downs and Barbara Walters. Did I just show my age?
Yeah.
Nobody on the floor knows what that is. Here's Ramsey now, spins it to the right to Martin. Martin now in the corner to Murphy. Murphy going to hesitate now, going to come flying down the lane, layup. No, he was fouled. Caleb Murphy has been showing he's got some explosive ability going to the hoop. We saw a little bit of that on Saturday.
Yeah, no, man, Caleb Murphy is like this team's James Harden, man. You know what I mean? With OKC, he comes off the bench. Like I said, he could easily be a starter for you. Okay. But what he brings off the bench is incredible.
I like how you clarified that OKC James Harden. Because I was thinking about Houston Rockets. I'm like, no, but you're right about that. I think one of the things is I continue to look at Norcross. I would start mixing in and changing up some defenses to see if I can kind of like, just kind of tinker with some things a little bit here. But one of the things about Meadowcreek, they've seen everything but the kitchen sink thrown at them because they haven't ducked anybody this year schedule-wise.
Have not lost to a team from the state of Georgia all year. They're sitting there at 8-2. You saw them right here on SUV TV lose to a very good Mountain Brook in a low-scoring game as well, 45-44, and it took a block at the end to actually lose the game. And then we saw them play neck and neck with Wasatch Academy out of Utah, who, folks, if you have not seen them play, you are missing a dynamo basketball team. Benjamin picked up his dribble. He gives it to Blessed with 4:15. Fed it in. Foul on Murphy. Damani Watkins calls. He will go to the free throw line.
The great thing about this game staying close right now, you do not necessarily hear, and I was getting ready to make a statement, and he brings Kedra Green into the game.
Green and Boston will check in, both of them with 2 fouls each. Murphy goes out. Collier goes out. So now you're going to go with Blessed, Green, and Benjamin as your guard play for Meadowcreek, 4:15 to go.
That's speedy right there.
Watkins calls it, free throw good.
And like you said, it's speedy, and they're able to play fast with that unit, though, as opposed to Norcross got a big fella, Ramsey, on the floor who might be able to push the ball.
Right.
Both free throws good, 1-point advantage, so the pendulum beginning to sway back and forth. Eskridge has it, worked on by Green. Cross court to Boston. Boston 2 dribble, pull up, foul by Jameer Chaplin.
If you watch how Brandon Boston attacks off the dribble, he's very his IQ is high enough to where he's able to get that contact and put pressure on the official. Me guarding him, I got to see him knock down enough of those. I'm taking another half step off and making sure I get my hand up at the highest point possible, because any contact to the offensive man's advantage. It's basketball 101.
But also he's 6'6", and then he has a long wingspan already. Splits the free throws.
But you know what? I can go to bed tonight living with tough twos than giving him easy free throws.
Got you there. Yep. Halfway gone, second quarter. He's Barry Browner. He's Lewis Preston. I'm Joe Hillsman. Glad that you're with us. The SUVTV.com. Benjamin, 3-ball, no good. Boston skies and gets the board. He puts it on the floor, head up. The Eskridge, Edwards, catch, shoot, fire on the way. Front iron, no. Watkins calls, he swallows it down. Gives it to Benjamin. We got what we thought we got. An even ball game, 22 apiece. Green picked up now and has a count by Sturdivant. Over to Benjamin. Benjamin drives, left his feet, foul call.
Ooh, one more pass, boy.
Yeah, I think he left his feet a little too early.
I'm gonna tell you, one of the hardest actions to guard defensively was that Iverson action right there that Meadowcreek just ran. Because if you are half a step behind and your guard can feel that, he can automatically turn over his right or left shoulder and get downhill going north and south pretty fast, just like Benjamin was able to do.
Benjamin getting 2 shots. He connects on the first. The second one is good, so free throws are going to be big in this contest. I'm going to tell you right now, you better cash in on them right now. I look down and I see the Gwinnett Daily Post writer and David Freelander. You miss your free throws, he's going to print it. 24-22, and I'm going to say it for that matter. Ramsey between the ring and holds it. Puts it on the floor now to Eskridge, now to Sturdivant, who didn't catch it cleanly but recovers and keeps the dribble. Worked on by Blessed. He waves off everybody. Here comes a screen from Ramsey. Goes around it. Stop. Over to Boston. Open 3 on the way. No. Rebound tip. Comes off. Benjamin out of guard spot under 3 minutes to go. Benjamin, a long shuttle pass too far. Poor decision there.
I think he throws it one more ahead to Kedra Green, and Kedra Green could have had right there with Jameer Chaplin possibly for a lob. He had a better angle.
That was tough trying to thread that needle like that.
It was, and he went with a little shovel underhand pass, almost a steal. Boston flying through the air, flipped it up, blocking foul call.
It's a bad call.
I think Boston is contorting his body and baiting the official into that call.
That's a bad call.
Let's watch it again. I see Brandon Boston gets a lot of those calls.
Ooh, yeah, I think you got to let that go.
I didn't need to see the replay.
Free throw coming from Boston on the way. In and out, ball don't lie. So Boston's struggling a bit from the free throw line today, 1 of 4. 24-22. Oh, the Meadowcreek students with an overrated chant. Oh, my.
Man, you don't think this
What?
you don't think this a rivalry, man? You crazy.
Yeah, exactly. 24-23.
I think every 7A coach, in the state in the metro areas, and see Larry Thompson over there sneaking.
They should be in the building.
It's a Monday night too, mind you.
Got your practice in early?
Which I'm not gonna complain every night in the gym.
That's a good night.
And Wednesday night, you know what we do. Here's Benjamin now. Benjamin goes behind the back, tricky dribbles, 2:20 to go. Spins it to Blessed. Jameer Chaplin has gone a little quiet now, 13 in the game, 9 in that opening quarter. Benjamin a deep three, hill of the rim, no rebound. Watkin Causey tried to keep it alive. Benjamin recovers it. Benjamin below the paint, over to Chaplin in the corner. Open three, Chaplin, bottom! Oh, Jameer Chaplin, have some! Have you some, son?
Hey, man, but that play is made by Jamani Watkins Causey, keeping the ball alive, doing what he do.
Getting the 50-50 ball.
Yep.
Those are the hustle plays that don't show up in the stat sheet.
See, now we got a problem, though.
Yeah,
Now we
Green
got a
just
problem.
picked up his third.
He just picked up his third. Go ahead, Coach. I'm sorry.
No, that's a great point in regards to Keisha Green.
But I like how Green right now, look at this. He is talking to the official and wanting an explanation on why he got a foul. But he's smooth and cool with it. Free throw, Martin, no good. It's double bonus action.
But once again, I said it before and I'll say it again. Sometimes this game can be a little too fast for the three that are wearing the black and white stripes. But with all that being said, one of the things watching Jameer Chaplin is this might be as aggressive as I've seen him play, and that's no knock against him. It's almost like somebody said, you got to come out here and establish yourself early, and he's done that and then some.
Yep.
16 points in the contest to lead all scorers. Coming up on 100 seconds to go in the first half. Glad that you're with us. Collier gives it to Benjamin. Watkin Causey is flashing.
Right.
The middle's wide open.
Benjamin now with 90 seconds over to Chaplin. So you know what? Even though Meadowcreek has shown they can hit the three, Norcross is saying we're still going to allow you to shoot it. We want you to shoot it and beat us with it.
This is that change of defense I talked about Norcross had to do a little bit. So I'm just curious to see how it plays out for them.
But it's like they're playing a 1-2-2 almost.
It's technically more of a matchup.
Exactly.
With Brandon Boston up top to be the disruptor.
Pass knocked away. Is that somewhat, you guys let me know, kind of like what North Carolina ran with that point zone? Because Boston came out really high there. But then when they sunk down, inside the three-point arc looked like a 3-2.
I'm going to throw something, a guy who a lot of people don't know about. Donnie Tyndall did a great job of running the matchup zone when he was at Southern Miss as well as at Tennessee. And probably did one of the best jobs of it that I've ever seen.
What makes the zone a matchup, Coach?
The matchup is dependent on where the ball is and the point of the ball. So when it swings to the side, it's more of a zone look. Up top, it's more of a man look. If you can make a point guard have to think as opposed to react, advantage defense.
35 seconds. Benjamin into the heart of the defense, and he's fouled. Good attack by Jalen Benjamin.
But look at how much time they took off the clock, though. No rush. It's no rush. And Norcross is sitting back. You know what?
They're sitting back, but they were up also as well trying to draw the count.
But one of the things right there is this is probably put in right now to try to save Brandon Boston picking up a third foul.
Benjamin free throw good. He is now in double figures with 10. Meadowcreek living at the free throw line here in this second quarter. They do not have a two-point field goal. Free throw good. 29-24. Half minute to go. They just announced that school will start 2 hours later in the morning. I wonder if we can add 2 minutes to each quarter in the second half. I do not want to go home. Muhammad has it between the rings. Gives it over to Sturdivant. Sturdivant now hesitates in the corner. Open. Offensive foul. Kyle Sturdivant. 14.4 to go.
So now you got Meadowcreek up by 5, and they playing with the last shot.
Last shot opportunity here. Blessed Benjamin. Now quickly, Alonzo Johnson races to the scorer's table. In for defensive purposes,
That's
the senior.
a good sub, though. So you can save Sturdivant on that foul.
And buy him a little time, rest-wise. Let the ball roll. Oh, I love it. Picks it up. 14 seconds. Here you go. 5-point advantage. Largest lead of the day so far. Check it. No, it was 5 points. Benjamin pulls a 3-ball. Good! Jalen Benjamin.
Hey.
To end the half. It's an 8-point Meadowcreek lead at the break. 32-24. They did not make a 2-point field goal in the second quarter.
I guess the Beastie Boys were talking about Jalen Benjamin because they said he's crafty, man. That's him all the way. That boy is crafty.
Number 2, Meadowcreek, 32. Number 4, Norcross, 24. At the half right here. The SUVTV.com. Rattle it right on down to Milk Crate, Jalen Benjamin.
What is it about some places? The places where we feel a sense of fellowship, where service is of the highest priority, whether to each other or to ourselves, a journey familiar like a warm bath for the soul. Along the way we may get lost, but we always seem to find a friendly hand reaching out, guiding us the way back there, where we owe it to our younger selves, just to feel like we're getting a little bit better at us. This place will always be there for you. This place is sacred, because this place is home.
Heels or flats? Heels. Around here, we're decision-making pros. But when she got injured last season, I almost made the wrong decision. I thought I could take her where I rehabbed my knee, but her coach told me, take her to Children's. No thanks. All that experience helped my daughter heal faster and come back stronger.
Now we just need to decide where I'll play in college.
Road trip.
Back in the perch at the House of Blue. We get ready for the second half between Meadowcreek and Norcross. Meadowcreek a 32-24 lead. I'll start with you, Coach Preston. What do you need to see from the second half, either side? You pick it.
You know what? I'm going to go with Norcross. Norcross changed up a little bit of defense. Benjamin knocked down that 3 right there at the end of the first half. Norcross, you're in your house. You've got to be the aggressor. And right now, Meadowcreek coming into your backyard and then smacked you in the mouth.
If I'm Meadowcreek, I'm going to, hey, you got to come to me, Norcross. Like I said, we done took your punch, and we punching back, and we punching a little bit harder. Y'all better play some defense and figure out how to stop us, especially my name is Jameer Chaplin.
Jameer Chaplin, 16 points. Jalen Benjamin, 14 points. Jamani Watkins-Causey, 2 points. Only 3 scorers from Meadowcreek. It doesn't feel like that. We said they were sneaky deep. The intangible stuff that they're doing has been outstanding. Benjamin, Chaplin, Collier, Blessed, and Jamani Watkins-Causey, the 5 that will start it for Meadowcreek on the floor. For Norcross, it'll be Murphy, Sturdivant. Muhammad gets the start. Boston and Eskridge. Here's Blessed in for Green, who's got the fouls. Collier, a 3. Hill of the rim, no. Rebound back to Blessed. Back to Collier. Open another 3. You got to guard it. Bottom of the net. Emmanuel Collier.
We were talking about it at halftime before we came back on the air.
It's an 11-point lead, the largest of the day.
True to form for Collier.
And notice, Boston wasn't up on him. Boston off a curl, jumper, hill of the rim, bounces off, rebound out of the guard spot, Jalen Benjamin. Here comes Meadowcreek racing into the forecourt. Benjamin, tricky dribble, hesitates, shuttle pass, it was in the way and knocked away, a steal for Muhammad. Eskridge now over to Sturdivant. Sturdivant surveying, gets below the foul line, stops, picked up the dribble, back to Eskridge. Eskridge now to Sturdivant, they'll work it between the rings.
Great transition defense right there by Meadowcreek.
Murphy hesitates, uses a change of speed, goes up, falls off of the foul. Who's the foul going to be on? It will be on Jamani Watkins-Causey. Now watch it, that's his 3rd. The problem with Meadowcreek this year, we don't know about the height once you get down the bench.
We know that their guards are sneaky deep, but then the size becomes an issue.
They do not have Noah's Ark.
No, they don't. But look at what Gillian pushed him out on the floor, said play through it.
Now, if I know Coach G the way I know Coach G, watch him slow the game down. Look at the score right now, y'all. It's 35-24, right? We're up under our number now.
Yeah.
We're up under our number.
But here's another thing, though. Why not go ahead and steal the minutes?
Especially if Norcross is not going to come out and guard you. Why did they need to guard you?
I would steal some minutes right here. I'm up 10. I'm not the coach, but I would steal me some minutes right here. Watkins-Causey there, because then you get in the 4th. Now you're going to be dicing it a little bit. Yep. Benjamin back on the Norcross logo. Benjamin holds it, worked on defensively by Murphy. Gets the screen. That could have been offensive there, the way this whistle has blown tonight. Here's Chaplin, and there you go, Barry, slowing it down in the half court. On a cut. Chaplin up off the window. No, tip follow. No, rebound. Batted a free. They get it again. Watkins-Causey, unnecessary dribble. Get that shot out of here. Muhammad with the block. He put it on the floor. That's why Muhammad got the block. 2 feet in the paint. Go up. Here's Sturdivant. Sturdivant, hesitate, drive, left hand. Good. Kyle Sturdivant.
Kyle Sturdivant is so smooth. Right hand, left hand. Great job of keeping his head up, surveying the traffic, finishing right at the rim.
Benjamin, nice through the defense. Shot is up. No. Out of bounds off of Muhammad. Coach, we talk about it all the time. Uh-oh, here comes height. Jabari Bailey checks in. Watkins-Causey goes out. Bailey, a transfer from Greater Atlanta Christian. Will at 5:57. Note that. Sturdivant goes up, tries to steal the inbound pass. Jump ball, goes to Norcross. We just talk about it all the time, Coach, with the big men down there. If Watkins-Causey doesn't put it on the floor, that's a hoop. He doesn't give that half a second for Muhammad defensively to come over and beat it away.
And probably be a foul as well.
Sturdivant between the rings, pointing and giving out the instructions offensively. Over to Eskridge. Eskridge to Boston. Boston hesitates, goes short corner, jumper. Brandon Boston, it's off the rim. Murphy offensive rebound, go up, it rolled off. Chaplin on the board. Gives it over now to Benjamin. Benjamin with the right hand dribble at his belt high as he calls out the set offensively. 2.5 minutes gone by, 3rd quarter. Benjamin changing speeds, got to his spot on the baseline. Jumper good, Jalen Benjamin.
And he went high pick and roll, didn't use the screen, and then turn around and just went at it.
Well, once again, they are going at Norcross's big guys and saying, if you're going to switch out, you're going to have to guard me, and they're not switching out and guarding and having their hands up and using their size to their advantage.
Oh, that's a touch.
Yeah, foul. I think that's going to be on Chaplin. No, it's on Bailey. Jabari Bailey picks up his first. Now here comes Kedrick Green. Green now with 3 fouls. Kedrick Green Jr., KJ. The seasoned sophomore. Inside it was tipped away. Bailey now goes back to front. They want to go to Muhammad at work. There's the backside double that's now out there. Sturdivant, 3 ball, bottoms. Good job inside out. Muhammad to Sturdivant.
Good catch and shoot by Kyle Sturdivant.
He did a great job of getting to that open position. And that bottom side, that double that was coming right there by Benjamin, turned it off, knocked down the shot.
Benjamin 3, badly missed, cracked the glass. Rebound by Benjamin. Oh, by Boston, but stolen by Benjamin. Blocking foul by B.J. Boston. Boston has picked up his third.
I don't know if I like that call.
Oh, no. That was a great acting job.
Yeah.
That was a great acting job right there. Like Academy Award performance by Jalen Benjamin right there.
Gonna get him on the Carmichael show.
I missed that show.
I love it.
I missed that show. God, I love that show. Chaplin now hesitates. Chaplin in the paint, goes up. Foul call. What's the foul? Offensive foul called on Jameer Chaplin. He has 3. Foul trouble now an issue. Is this December or is it March? They're blowing the whistles like we're in the state playoffs. Chaplin with 3. Green with 3. Watkins Causey with 3. Now you will see Meadowcreek slow this thing to a snail's pace. Sturdivant, a bevy of moves. Sturdivant, Murphy, extra pass. Boston a 3. Badly missed. Rebound. It's on the floor. They fight for it. Jump ball. Meadowcreek. Coach Jesse McMillan wants a timeout. Hold on now. Hold. Be easy, fellas. Be easy. The Battle of Norcross. Unofficially, Meadowcreek has beaten Greater Atlanta Christian in the scrimmage. Man, that would have been a great little event between those 3 schools, huh? And get Wesleyan across the street in on the act to complete it. Jump ball, and it will go to Meadowcreek. Meadowcreek coming in on the season, 65.5 points per game offensively. Want to guess what they allowed defensively through 8 games?
Can I look at your sheet?
Sure, go ahead.
I'd probably say right there in about the 43 to 45 range.
50.2 points per game.
Then he needs to get the 0.2, actually a 0.3 to get it under 50.
Yeah. Norcross offensively 67 points per game. I don't think they're going to see 67 tonight. Green goes baseline. Green probes back out to Bailey. Open a 3. Bailey, no good. Rebound to Muhammad. Muhammad now, Mr. Windex today on the glass. Here's Sturdivant. Sturdivant behind the back. Hesitation dribble. And a foul call. Uh-oh. This one called on Benjamin. Uh-oh. Whistles now, people, are beginning to be somewhat of a nuisance.
That's a bad call. And the second thing is, technically, you could have called Sturdivant for holding the ball with a carry.
No Damian Dunn, remember, so the foul trouble really affected. So now they're going to go extremely small. Blessed in for Bailey. Remember, Watkins Causey on the bench with 3 fouls. Boston jumper rolled off. No, Murphy tipped it to keep it alive. And now another terrible call. And that one's going to be on Jameer Chaplin. That'll be his 4th.
That's a loose ball. That's a 50-50 ball.
Yeah.
Mr. Ref, you can't do that.
Coach Curtis Gillian wants it, and it is the same official. Now, yeah, Kurt, call a timeout. Thank you. Foul trouble now, all kind of problems for Meadowcreek. And that's their 15th foul, and we played 4 minutes and 14 seconds into the second half. Watkins Causey with 3, Green with 3, but all of a sudden Jameer Chaplin with 4 fouls, and he has 16 points. This timeout brought to you by the Oaks, and Coach Gillian is calling the timeout. His assistants are running the huddle. He's having a conversation with the official, who has done an absolutely terrible job in this second half. Attention all golfers, experience the Oaks course in Covington, Georgia, home of superb greens and friendly tees. The Oaks course is open every day except Christmas and is located at 11240 Brown Bridge Road, Covington, Georgia, 30014. Visit www.golfoaks.com or call 770-786-5300. 3801. Mention SUV TV for a discount on your round. I'm not trying to jump on the officials. I'm not.
I am.
But the whistle's too tight right now with too much game to go. It's just too tight a whistle.
That is a 50-50 ball that you are allowed both guys to go after, right? It was a free ball. Nobody had possession of it. So I don't know how you call that.
Coach Gillian is really giving it to this official. He is the center official when we come back to play. Inbound now coming from Sturdivant. As much as we talk about Georgia basketball, I really would like to see another set of officials sometimes. Kick it out. Here's Murphy. Murphy to Sturdivant. Sturdivant jab steps. Now he's going to pull a three. It rolled off, no rebound. Murphy flying and scoring off the rebound. Murphy showing the hops to you, Barry.
No chaplain in there to help Causey. Causey's got to be careful. We're going to see how they're going to adjust to playing like this, y'all.
Yeah, they're going to have – it changes their style a little bit. Blessed attacks, goes and scores bonus points. Corey Blessed with bonus points.
Should have been an and one.
39-32. That's a 7-point lead that right now is precious and golden with 11 minutes left in the contest. 3 in this third quarter. Sturdivant, the Eskridge, open, a bombing three. Off, rebound comes, tipped up, Watkins calls it. He chases it down in the corner and gives it to Benjamin.
Little things.
He has gotten his hand in on a numerous amount of balls.
If you go back and look at all the 50-50 balls, at the end of the day, Meadowcreek is probably out of 10 of them, won 7.
I like that, 70%. Benjamin has it. Now comes and gets the screen from Watson, calls it. Shovels it in the corner. Green, open a three. Air ball, no. Rebound comes off to Sturdivant. Sturdivant with that gaping moves into the forecourt into the middle. Stop. Floater. 8 feet. Good. Kyle Sturdivant.
Missed the mid-range.
12 in the contest now for Kyle Sturdivant. The high for Norcross. Boston with 7 and has not scored in this second half. 5-point game. 2:04. Less than that now. Green to Blessed. Blessed now to Collier. Collier now holds, now spins it. It is very big without Damian Dunn now, how Meadowcreek does and handles this. The ball game is nowhere near over. Under 2 minutes, third quarter. Benjamin one way and the other. He pulls a three. Good, Jalen Benjamin. Have some. Raleigh, North Carolina. I see you, player. 8-point game. The largest is 11. They had an 8-point lead at the half. And Collier came in, tipped it out of bounds off of Boston. And Brandon B.J. Boston wants a harder, crisper pass. Murphy out, Martin in for Norcross.
Let me tell you something. If I'm Meadowcreek right now, I'm going to play a little zone just to kind of mess with Norcross a little bit and see if I can steal a minute and 32 seconds just because.
Okay.
The just because is because the 3 guys that are making the calls, I mean, it's 5-1.
Right.
It's 5-1 in the third quarter. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, 5 fouls on Meadowcreek, 1 to Norcross.
That's a push in the back.
Up, off the window and scores. Issa Muhammad, he has 8 in the contest.
Nice finish right there.
Timeout quickly called. This one is called by Coach Jesse McMillan. Let's see, is it a 30 or a full? Let me check. I'm going to wait.
And what I'm saying, too, is this game is about to get real chippy.
It is.
And it's
30-second timeout.
And I don't get on the rest. Oh, I'm sorry, Joe. Go ahead.
This timeout brought to you by the Atlanta Tip-Off Club. The Atlanta Tip-Off Club annually recognizes the top high school and college players, coaches, officials, and administrators in Metro Atlanta and the state of Georgia. Join the ATOC, nominate players and coaches, or learn more at www.atltipoffclub.com. New coaches mention SUV TV when you sign up to receive 10% off of your season membership. Go ahead, Barry.
It's getting chippy because the referees are allowing certain things to go. And like I said, in Meadowcreek, they're trying to figure out how can we play through this. When we touch them, when we do anything, we're getting a foul call. We got guys in foul trouble. And like I said, Norcross being able to do whatever they want to do.
And I mentioned that I looked at the faces of this crew. They're a pretty good crew. I shouldn't have said that. I spoke too soon. We're going to play through it, though. 80 seconds upstairs. We just like to see it on both ends. Isn't that what anybody wants?
I just want a great game the way it was the first half.
Green drive, left his feet. Pass was stolen by Boston with the long tentacles. Here's Brandon Boston. Boston with the right-hand dribble. Boston hesitates in the corner. Martin couldn't catch it cleanly. Goes into the post. Good job, Watkins Causey. Knocked it away out of bounds. Stays with Norcross.
Watkins Causey got to be real careful right there because that could have, with this crew, it could have been number 4.
Green with 3, Watkins Causey with 3. Jameer Chaplin has not scored in the second half, partly because he's been on the bench with 4 fouls. 42-36 though. Is that enough for Meadowcreek to withstand it? Only 3 3-pointers made by Norcross if you're thinking about the long ball. Sturdivant's jumper rolled in, living right, Kyle Sturdivant.
He has a quiet 14.
9 in this third quarter. He, Murphy, and Muhammad, the bucket getters right now in this third quarter. 42-38, 4-point lead, as close as it's been in a while. Tattoo dribble now back out on the Norcross logo by Benjamin. Gives it now to Blessed to Watkins Causey, and a foul call, and this one will be where? On Isaac Martin.
Jalen Benjamin right there with the old school hook. He went to the James Harden School of Fouls.
He crafty,
oh, yeah,
man.
he did. He is. He's very crafty.
Yeah.
University of Alabama, Birmingham, the Blazers is where he'll get his education and continue to play basketball. Inside, Watkins Causey, pump fake, corner, good ball movement, good rotation. There's Blessed, took contact, no, out of bounds. And see now, that's exactly what you're talking about. Gillian calls, he wants it, and Blessed has attacked a couple of times here lately in the last couple of possessions.
Yeah, I mean, you got to make that call. He went right at him, though.
Muhammad out, Ramsey in. Muhammad did not get the start, but he's gotten the bulk of the minutes. Now here's Daniel Ramsey. How will he respond? Closing the third quarter, 15 and 10 seconds. Green inbound, Blessed up and scores and didn't get the foul call here, obviously. Wow, guys. I hope we don't sound like a broken record.
I'm not going to even say anything else about it.
Boston around the screen, pulls a 3, and he gets a foul. No time left on the clock. Calls it on Benjamin, his second. 3 free throws coming up for Brandon B.J. Boston.
And that's 4 on Jalen Benjamin, y'all.
Oh, my goodness, it is. Oh, no. The foul count, 6-2. Notice no more fouls to give for Meadowcreek. The entire fourth quarter, Norcross will be shooting free throws. They've only had 2 fouls called them in the third. We're just stating the facts. Boston at the free throw line. He has struggled today. He's 2 of 5.
I'm going to keep my mouth shut because I don't want to fine right now.
Free throw good from Boston. He has 8 points in the contest. I don't have a dog in the fight, but man, the Zebras are here. Free throw, good. .4 put back on the clock. Boston another free throw, he missed it, 2 of 3, and that will end the third quarter. It's gonna be fun in the fourth. Meadowcreek 44. Norcross 40, fourth quarter coming up next right here on your home of high school basketball, PSUVTV.com.
Every time we open our doors, we change just a little bit. Every blade of grass, every rose petal, every pen location. But the one thing that doesn't change is our commitment to an exceptional golfing experience. Being prepared to give it our all 364 days a year is not just a credo. It's our soul.
Lewis Preston, Barry Browner. I'm Joel Hillsman. Glad that you're back with us inside the world-famous House of Blue on the campus of Norcross High School. We move to the fourth quarter. Meadowcreek 44, Norcross 40. Meadowcreek 6, Norcross 2. That's the foul count. Every foul in the fourth quarter, Norcross shoots free throws. Inside to Ramsey. Ramsey underneath, kicks it back out. Martin, the three ball on the way. In and out, no. Tip, rebound offensively to Sturdivant. He puts it up and scores. Kyle Sturdivant. He's had a nice day, 11 in the second half, 16 in the game.
Norcross used their size right there to get that offensive rebound. They're just attacking downhill now because they know that they got the foul advantage and they're going to the free throw line.
Benjamin with 4 fouls, Chaplin with 4 fouls, Watkins Causey with 3 fouls, Kedrick Green with 3 fouls. All of them are on the floor. You take them off, you got to go get the JV. No Damian Dunn due to foul trouble. Damian Dunn is out due to injury. So that makes the foul situation even much more important. Green has it. Green bounces it. Chaplin reverse. Couldn't finish. Back tap. Rebound to Benjamin offensive. They'll get another one. A minute gone by. I would take the air out of the ball every time if I'm Meadowcreek right now. I absolutely would have to.
Definitely. And the reason is because, once again, you got to put pressure on Norcross to come out and guard you, and you just don't know what's going to come out of those whistles.
You just got to figure out what can we do with Benjamin at this point, though. I mean, Benjamin's got 4, y'all.
Yep.
Green's got 3. They're your guards. Collier's getting a blow right now. Green drives, layup, tip, goaltending.
Yeah, it's goaltending.
Kendrick Green, first field goal. Murphy, Boston, Sturdivant, Ramsey, and Martin on the floor for Norcross, all in white. White tops, white bottoms, navy numbers, swoosh uniforms. Drive, Murphy, no. Tip, Boston, no. Rebound to Watkins Causey. Picks it up, slows it down, gives it to Chaplin, who gives it to Benjamin. 2 minutes gone by. 4-point advantage.
I'll say this once, I'll say it 1,000 times. Championship and great culture teams figure out to play through adversity. We're going to learn a lot about Meadowcreek right here.
Back door, pump fake, Green up, count it, and the foul. The seasoned sophomore, Kendrick Green, and 1.
Great job off of that flex action right there. Just took him, bumped it enough right there for the Norcross player. Great shot fake to get Sturdivant in the air. Easy call, and 1.
And didn't force it.
No.
Took his time. Took his time.
Eskridge in, Sturdivant out. Sturdivant picks up his 3rd foul.
5:48 though.
6-point game. Big free throw here for Kedrick Green. Completes the 3-point play. How about that? Hadn't scored all night. 5 big points here in this fourth quarter.
I'm going to tell you something right now. We keep talking about Coach G, but what he does defensively, they run great offense. Whether it's pinch post, whether it's horns action, everything.
A traveling violation called on Brandon Boston. Coach, I think that's an excellent point, though. Yes. And the thing is, we've seen them play in the half court at different paces, just even in this game.
Yeah, I've seen a variety of different things that they've ran, from the high 2-3, Princeton action, to the, once again, they're right here in the horns action right now, which you can get that shuffle cut right into the flex.
Benjamin has it. Being patient with it, brings it back. 5:10 to go. +7 Meadowcreek at the moment. Benjamin up, alley. There's a soft little oop. First field goal of the second half for Jameer Chaplin.
That's a good finish, though, by Chaplin, man.
Right.
What it is, Lewis, you said it exactly, man. They're just so patient on offense. No rush in their game.
And when you're patient and execute, they're efficient right now offensively. Steal by Chaplin. Chaplin's running. He's got 2 men coming on him. Chaplin goes up and scores. 9-point game. 4.5 to go. Fourth quarter. Region opener for both. Meadowcreek has 2 losses. None of them to a Georgia team right now. Murphy hesitates. Elbow open. Martin right wing. Bottom.
Big shot. That's a big shot for Norcross right there.
And a timeout call by Norcross. 53-45. 8-point game. Man, Meadowcreek looks good, guys. 4:21, fourth quarter. This timeout brought to you by SUV TV. Watch SUV TV whenever and wherever you want. Streaming live and on demand on Amazon Fire TV, Roku TV, Apple TV, and Android TV. Visit watchsuvtv.com to watch full game broadcasts, replays, and select original content. 4:21, fourth quarter. I'm Joe Hillsman, joined by Lewis Preston and Barry Browner. Strategy now, right now, Barry. What's going on in that Norcross huddle?
If I'm Norcross, first thing I would do, I'll probably keep the ball in Kyle Sturtevant's hands. One thing I'm noticing is Brandon Boston's doing a couple of things, but he's got 4 turnovers, y'all, at the most inopportune times. You know what I'm saying? So I'm keeping the ball in Sturtevant's hands because he's making the offense go.
Inside of the Meadowcreek huddle, Coach Preston.
Once again, staying true to their defensive principles. They're going to take the air out of the ball, 8-point lead. This is how you neutralize foul trouble, and then make Norcross have to come out and guard you. With that flex action that they've been running out of the horns action up top, Norcross hasn't figured out how to neutralize that because they're not communicating well defensively. And they've ended up getting not only a couple layups, but a couple and ones.
Chaplin, Green, Benjamin, Blessed, and Jamani Watkins-Causey. The 5 on the floor for Meadowcreek. They're in the gray with the white numbers and that Carolina trim. Sturtevant, Murphy, Boston, Muhammad, and Eskridge for Norcross. All in the white, good cut. Dunk it home. Oh, man, Jameer Chaplin has came to life. Seeking and finding. 10-point game, 55-45.
South Florida got a steal, y'all.
They did. But you know what I would run, though, Coach? Why wouldn't you run a little 1-4 flat and attack?
3, strip the nets.
And you know what? That's a good shot, fellas. But I'm still going with that 1-4 flat. They got a guy on the floor with 4 fouls. They got a guy on the floor with 3 fouls. Run that at them.
Sometimes it just comes down to coaching and what your philosophy is.
3:35 to go. Green hesitates. Green drives. Kick it back out. Chaplin catch. Fire. Bang. It's off of the mark. Rebound. Green couldn't have it. I thought that was going in from our perch.
I did too.
The way it looked online left it just a little short. 7-point game. 55-48. Who isn't in the building now? Here comes Emmanuel Collier in for Kedrick Green. Collier, a big 3 to get this third quarter started. His only points. Jameer Chaplin, by the way, yeah, he has 22 in the game. Jumper, Sturtevant, short. Rebound to Sturtevant.
Awesome.
Cross court. Pass wasn't bad. Murphy recovers it.
Attack.
Drives. Murphy in the air. A blocking foul call. Jameer Chaplin just fouled out. He's upset. Jameer Chaplin just fouled out. He fouled out with a game high right now, 22 points. 3:08 and a 7-point lead, and Green checks back in.
But did I call it, though?
You called it.
Yeah, you did.
You called it.
You did. You know. Should the foul have been called? I don't know.
Yeah. I'm going to question the foul call, but I'm not going to question the play call.
Murphy at the free throw line. Murphy on the day is 2 of 4 from the free throw line. 8 points. Make it 9. So Jameer Chaplin is gone with 22 points.
Very impressive performance right there by Chaplin.
16 in the first half and had a big 6 points here in this fourth quarter to go with 5 big points from Kedrick Green, who also has foul trouble with 3. Free throw. Murphy in and out. No tip. Foul called on Issa Muhammad.
Let that one go, Issa.
That's a makeup call.
3 of 6 from the free throw line, Caleb Murphy. 55-49. Meadowcreek with the lead. 3:08, and now what was called?
Foul on Sturtevant.
Foul on Sturtevant, a block. Sturtevant turns around and looks up.
But once again, it tells you the IQ of Kedrick Green. He forced the referee to make that foul call.
Sturtevant now with 4, the first member of Norcross with 4 or 5. Inbound to Benjamin, knocked away, out of bounds. Good job, Boston. Get in there and knocked it off of Benjamin, and they gain a possession. 55-49, 3:07. Sturtevant, baseline, trigger man. Looks inside, ball knocked away on the floor. Meadowcreek gets it.
What did I say about those 50-50 balls?
50.
Benjamin has it, needs to get rid of it. Across now to Green. Green into the forecourt. Green hesitates one way and the other, keeps the dribble alive, circles it back around. They're chasing the dog out of him. He picks up the dribble and gives it to Benjamin. There's Benjamin. Jalen, stop, pop a shot from 13. Good.
Big shot.
Jalen Benjamin, 8-point lead for the Mustangs. Sturdivant, right hand dribble, hesitates, drives, layup, rolling good. Let me get some butter with that roll. Kyle Sturdivant and a timeout. 6-point game, 2:28 to go. Sturdivant, though, has played very well today, guys.
Yep. Good game by Sturdivant. I mean, just doing everything. Pop a shot, layup. You name it, he's doing it.
This timeout brought to you by the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. At Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, the sports medicine team doesn't just treat the painful sports injuries. They work with young athletes to fix the problem and teach them proper sports mechanics. When you choose Children's, you're in the hands of specialists who understand how to help young athletes get back in the game. Visit choa.org/sportsmed to learn more.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this for all the people listening out there, especially you student athletes. I'm watching Jameer Chaplin right now on the bench. He could be sulking because he fouled out. Had a great night.
Yep.
He's over there. I mean, he's slapping hands. He's making sure guys are engaged. He's over there as almost an extra coach sitting in the first seat. Tells me all I need to know about that kid when he takes and goes to South Florida. Once again, South Florida got a steal there, fellas.
Let's repeat. They don't have Damian Dunn tonight. 57-51, 2.5 to go. Green, Benjamin, Blessed, Collier, and Watkins Smith on the floor. They got to get it across, and they do. Alley, there's your oop! Kendrick Green! Desmani Watkins calls it.
How big was that?
Broke the press, and then a little alley with a little oop with it. Here's Boston now. Boston now to Murphy. Murphy comes around. Boston catch. Open deep three. Hill of the rim, no. Blessed rebounding out of the guard spot. Barry, you've mentioned it time and time again during breaks off air. Meadowcreek rebounding. Their guard rebounding is exceptional. Green, they'll call it. Collier, the crowd wanted him to pull it.
No. Hold it.
+8, they got to come out now and foul. They have one foul to give. And there it is. No more fouls to give. That'll be the 6th. Coach, I wonder if some people understand what a foul to give means.
What a foul to give is they got one before they now go into the bonus. What was very interesting right there just shows you not only the IQ of Meadowcreek, right, but just their court awareness and their game awareness to know he could have easily shot that three. You're up 8. They took an extra 20 seconds off the clock.
Minute and 33 to go. It went back and forth, each team there in the 20s, and then a late second quarter push by Meadowcreek. They've had the lead ever since. They led by 8 at the break. Their largest lead of the game was 12. They have an 8-point lead and the ball right now. Here's Collier. Collier's pass tipped into the front row. 76 seconds. Norcross, no fouls to give. They have 6. Next foul, 1-1 for Meadowcreek. Meadowcreek, the foul count really went down, but the one foul that they have put Chaplin on the bench, and there's a foul now, and they'll go shoot free throws. And Boston and Blessed kind of bump. And Watkins calls it kind of bump. That foul is on Brandon B.J. Boston. He now has 4. It's the battle of Norcross. I like it. Now Kendrick Green pushes his teammate away. A little chopping it the bit a little bit. You got to love it. The Battle of Norcross. This is meeting number 1 of, I'm not going to disrespect anybody, possibly 3, maybe 4.
This old Duke, North Carolina game, man.
There you go.
Hey, look at the fans at Meadowcreek, though, man.
Blessed at the free throw line. How big is his 4 points in this second half? Big as that free throw to make it 5. We said free throws will be big. Man, have they been massive for Meadowcreek.
I've always said you can learn the culture of a championship team when they go from being the hunter to the hunted. Learning a lot about Meadowcreek here tonight. And it's still not over yet.
12 of 15 from the free throw line and a 10-point lead. Here's Murphy, foul line jumper, Caleb, good, Caleb Murphy. Murphy's had himself a pretty good night now. 11 points. Benjamin into the forecourt, under a minute. They've got the foul. They have no choice but to foul. Tip, gonna play keep away. Green has it, foul given by Martin. A couple of Norcross people pick up their things, grab their jackets, and they'll head out into the night. Coach Pearl also comes up the steps from Auburn. Georgia Tech, South Florida. Who else did we see in the gymnasium tonight?
Kentucky's in the building, East Tennessee State.
The House of Blue. If you're a basketball coach in college, you know about the House of Blue. Kedrick Green at the free throw line, shooting the 1 and 1. First one on the way, back iron, no, Muhammad gets the rebound. Sturdivant races into the forecourt, over to Boston. He pulls a deep three. It is off, no good. Boston has not been there tonight.
Oh, Kedrick Green just fouled out.
Green with the foul. I think that's his fourth.
Fourth? Okay. No. That's why I let you do that, Joe.
Hey, I mean, at the rate they were blowing them earlier, you can lose track.
Let's talk a little strategy here. Sturdivant's got to hit these two, right, just to make this thing respectable.
So there's a lot of time.
Yeah, it's a lot of time.
Free throw good, Sturdivant.
Hey, if they can't get a stop, they can't get a steal, foul immediately. I don't know why guys are letting guys get up the court. Foul, you got to foul as soon as you can.
Timeout call by Meadowcreek.
You got to extend this game out, make it as many possessions as possible. If you're Norcross, Meadowcreek, you just got to be strong with the ball and not get yourself in a tie-up situation right here. Although, technically, looking at the possession clock, Meadowcreek would get the next possession.
But the thing about it also is you have one more foul with the 1 and 1. I go ahead and take my chances and foul immediately. I go for the miss. And once you get in the double bonus, I think you try to get the steal and then the foul. Just depends on how you want to do it, and that's where Coach Curtis Gillian could have it. Did he realize he's 35.3 seconds away from winning his second in a row against Norcross? They came in 1 and 6 since Curtis Gillian has been the head coach. They've been chomping at the bit for Norcross. They've been wanting them. They got them in the state championship. They came in here, and this has been a pretty impressive game so far from Meadowcreek, who right now, folks, I'm going to just say it, because to me, I think the ball game is going to be in the favor of Meadowcreek. Put them on the bus and take them anywhere in the country.
I agree with you on that, but I've also seen, and we've seen a couple times, Killer Kyle Sturdivant, if it's one possession or under one, I've seen him break hearts a lot of times.
Sturdivant is at the free throw line. He is 1 of 1 today. He has 22. He has a tying game high 22. Chaplin has 22, but he's fouled out. Sturdivant at the line. Second one on the way, and good. Inbound to Green. Green got rid of it. Alonzo Johnson is in trying to get a foul, but they don't. 5 seconds have gone by. Lonzo Johnson comes up. He's not fouling. Lonzo Johnson definitely not fouling as he's playing defense. And Sturdivant almost got a steal. Wow, 23 and 1/10 seconds. I don't know if I take 12 seconds, though, right there, guys.
No, he was supposed to foul immediate, but once again, he wasn't listening to when he got in the game.
But that's player situation, though. You got to know that.
Inbound to Benjamin and a foul given by Murphy. I got to agree with Barry there.
Yep.
You have to know that.
Yeah,
time and score.
Absolutely.
Murphy picks up his fourth. Muhammad will come in now to probably clean some glass, which he's done very well in this contest. Johnson goes out. And as a senior in Alonzo Johnson, you have to know that too.
Yep. Like you said, time and situation.
21 and 2/10 seconds. Massive free throws coming up here for Jalen Benjamin. Good.
Man, that's good. Whew. Man.
How big is it? He's 7 of 7 from the free throw line.
What are they overall?
They are 13 of 17.
Wow.
Yep, 13 of 17 from the free throw line. 14 of 18. And Benjamin is 8 of 8. And it's an 8-point game. Sturdivant drives, step back, 3-ball, left wing, off, rebound Watkins Causey. Foul will not be given, and now will be given. Off the bench came in Isaiah Wilkins quickly. And the Meadowcreek crowd now claps and stands up. And the Norcross fans continue to head for the exits. 11.7. It'll be 2 straight wins in a row for Meadowcreek.
I don't want to be security having to clear this out tonight.
Free throw, no good, Watkins Causey. He was perfect on the night before that one. Guys, Meadowcreek is a pretty good basketball team. Free throw, no good. Rebound comes off. Here's Sturdivant. Sturdivant hesitates, lost it off his foot. Collier dives for it. Boston picks it up. Boston fires a 3 to beat the horn. Good. Too little, too late. Final score, Meadowcreek 63, Norcross 58. Jameer Chaplin with 22 points, and Norcross turns off the scoreboard that quick. Did you see that?
They didn't want you to get it in the book officially.
23 points from Jalen Benjamin. Kedrick Green had 5. Corey Blessed, how big was his 6-point? 3 for Emmanuel Collier. Jamani Watkins Causey, he had 4. So 23 for Benjamin, 22 for Chaplin. Those were the double-figure scores. On the other side of the spectrum for Norcross, it was Killer Kyle Sturdivant with 2, 4, 6, 9, 18, 20. He had 23 points. Caleb Murphy had 11. B.J. Boston had 12. And Issa Muhammad had 8.
I think Issa Muhammad had, 7 rebounds. 13 is that. Watkins Causey had 6 rebounds.
Yep.
Yeah, Watkins Causey had 6 rebounds. Corey Blessed came in and had 4 big rebounds, y'all.
Very big rebound.
I'm going to ask y'all, though, real quick. What did y'all learn from this game?
Me personally, I learned, and we've said this on the Hoop Circle numerous times. I'm going to go ahead and echo it again. Curtis Gillian might be one of the most underrated coaches in this state, and I think we got to start giving Meadowcreek its just reward and how good they are, because they played a variety of different ways, and they were able to be effective at every single style of play that was thrown at them tonight.
I'm going to say this much because I'm going to agree with you, but I'm going to disagree with you on one thing. You said he might be one of the most underrated. Until you done sat across on the other side and coached against that guy,
right.
I know what time it is.
Right.
And I done been in that heat against Curtis Gillian. And like I said, it's awesome to see him get the respect that he deserved for a long time. I'll say this Meadowcreek team, man, they're a special team, y'all. Joe says he'll take them anywhere. I'm ready. Can I drive that bus?
You sure can.
Can I get a varsity jacket?
You sure can.
Oh, man.
I know you're going to get it. An outstanding night, a region opener as we take a look at some of our SUV TV B-roll. He's Lewis Preston. I'm Barry. I'm Joel Hillsman. He's Barry Browner. Guys, the SUV TV. Number 4, Norcross falls at home to number 2, Meadowcreek. This is big now. They'll play later on next year at Meadowcreek in the region and possibly in the region tournament. But I think what we saw, and this was a 5-point victory. The largest lead was 12. Damian Dunn, the Temple commit, did not play.
That's big, man. That's big coming into this game. But when you got a guy like Kedrick Green who can step in and be your starter, man.
Right. But I'm going to go one even further. For your guys that come off the bench, right, you can use this game kudos because you've been paying attention in practice. You've been following the game plan. When your name is called, you were ready to play. Now, can we do this consistently when we get done back? You know, that'll be the test because, once again, the bullseye's a lot different. When you are the hunter, it's one thing. But you got the bullseye on your back, and you had to come in here with a team that beat you, 5 of the last 6 or 6 out of the last 7?
Yeah.
And now you've won the last 2, including the state championship. I think that's huge mentally And I think on the flip side of it, Norcross has got to go back to the drawing board on some things, and they got to figure out some different rotations. But also, do you just keep the ball in Sturdivant's hands and let him be the true point guard? Because I thought Boston tried to press and force some things tonight. He didn't look as comfortable as I've seen him before.
Only 12 points from Boston. He forced a lot of threes. He got the last 3 to beat the horn. But, yeah, he really wasn't there. He hit a pair of threes and had a deuce. The rest of it was field goals. I think you bring out a great point there, Coach Preston, as we take a look still at some of our SUV TV B-roll from this game. We talked about adversity. The fouls were not going in the favor of Meadowcreek. It was obvious there. They still played through that. So playing through the foul trouble, playing without Damian Dunn, winning a ball game by 5 points against a team, snapping their 6-game winning streak. Meadowcreek's pretty good. They improved to 9-2 on the year. Norcross' 6-game winning streak is over. They are now 6-3. Their losses are to Wheeler, Southwest DeKalb, and Meadowcreek. Meadowcreek still has not lost to a Georgia team. They lost to Mountain Brook by 1 at the Horn, and they lost to a Wasatch Academy team that is pretty good. 9-2. Meadowcreek has you on notice.
Beyond on notice.
Yeah, beyond on notice.
They just checking off names. It's like roll call. It's roll call right now.
Hey, we got a real good list, man. They got a real good list.
They really do. All right, so that's it for tonight here from the House of Blue. Remember, this weekend, it is the Hawks Naismith Holiday Classic beginning Friday right here on SUV TV, and then the TOC Tournament of Champions Showcase Saturday at Wheeler right here on SUV TV. Special thanks goes out to the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, the Oaks Golf Course, and the Atlanta Tip-Off Club. Final score, Meadowcreek 63, Norcross 58 for our entire crew. He's Lewis Preston, he's Barry Brown, I'm Joel Hilsman. We'll see you down the road right here, the SUVTV.com.